Now I'll start to go under the neck. And when I go under the neck, that's usually when I'm gonna do my chair sit and look for the back. So managed to get a good chair sit, back to the back. My arm was already super deep right away and able to get the finish. I figured he was also like, had a good skill level and was heavy on the legs. So even from turtle, if you're like careless at turtle position, you're a little bit lazy, people will roll for your legs. So I was pretty cautious here. So right here, I'm really fishing. I'm gonna fish for the wrist ride right here. So you can see his left arm is pinned to the ground. I'm trying to pin his wrist to the ground to make him get up to his elbow. And if you could watch, my left arm is feeding underneath his back. Boom, I get to the bicep right inside the elbow, drive forward, and now I'm able to get my wrist. Can you see? Can you see? He's fighting him up, and I switch. Choking hand goes in, nice and deep. Good finish. Hey guys, before we get back into the video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video if you like it. Leave a comment down below if you like what we're doing. And in case you didn't know, when you're visiting BangtaoMuayThai.com, BangtaoFightStore.com, retail, merch, all of our stuff, enter in discount code YouTube10 for 10% discount off of everything. Enjoy the video. What's going on, guys? Alex here. Welcome back to the YouTube channel, and we're back with another roll commentary, so let's get straight into it. First of all, I try to pick rounds that challenge me, and I saw this guy was asking me the day before. He has a purple belt. He's quite long legs, long arms, and he has a pretty good leg attack. So I was like, you know what? We're gonna roll, do a commentary. Let me go pick someone challenging and tall, long, and strong, and good skill level. Purple belt is always someone tough. So straight away, he was playing guard. I could see he's trying to pummel his leg straight in right away. And quite often, you can see that when people are really dedicated to playing the legs, they actually leave the underhook open. So in this case, if you watch, you go again. As he's really committed, I'll let you see right here. So as he's really committed to going in right here, and he dives for, where are we at? Let me go right to here. So right now you can see, I can see he's trying to do some type of leg entanglement, like shin to shin, pull to single leg X. Maybe he's trying to try like a false reap or something, but when he extends his arm out, when he's committed to legs, people actually end up leaving the underhook open. So I'll try to slow it down a little bit. Boop. Okay, so right there, it might be a little bit hard for you to see, but as he goes to grab around my leg, it's pretty cool. He grabs around my leg, and you could use him in committing to the leg attack to look for your underhook. So right away, I'm gonna use the underhook, and instead of just like waiting to engage back by his feet, I use the underhook, I go to circle around, and again, I know that he's gonna be hard to flatten out. He's gonna try to turtle up. So right away, I'm just chasing the back straight away. So let's watch that again. So he's going for the legs. I look for the underhook. Try to dive right through. He still's got my knee, but I still have an underhook. I can just hop around. He turtles up, and I look for the back straight away. So pretty good sequence. Yeah, I figured he was also like, had a good skill level and was heavy on the legs. So even from turtle, if you're like careless at turtle position, if you're a little bit lazy, people will roll for your legs. So I was pretty cautious here. Trying to leave a lot of pressure on him, a lot of weight on him, trying to wedge my knee inside, and also try to get some type of wrist grip. If you can see on my left hand, I'm trying to control his wrist. So that way, if he does, no, I'm not there yet. So if he does roll, yeah, look, he just rolled and I kept a lot of pressure on him. And so right here, I'm really fishing. I'm gonna fish for the wrist ride right here. So you can see his left arm is pinned to the ground. I'm trying to pin his wrist to the ground to make him get up to his elbow. And if you could watch, my left arm is feeding underneath his back. Boom, I get to the bicep right inside the elbow, drive forward, and now I'm able to get my wrist control. So you can see on the bottom, get my wrist control. And what I like to do here as well, if you could see, so my left arm I fed through, keeping a lot of pressure on him, but sometimes people are good at bumping their hip up, swimming their arm out and getting their arm free, so I just double up. So right now my left arm is kind of on his bicep elbow, and just to stop him from being able to rip his arm out, with my right arm I grab his wrist. And then right now I just kind of wanted to cook him a little bit, just kind of slow him down, put some pressure on him. So yeah, leave the knee inside, it's not too big of a deal. Make sure that I can establish that wrist ride without him bumping out. And I'm usually gonna look for here from like a claw or something. No, I go for like a high half Nelson. High half Nelson's really nice as well. This is really just a good control position to make him uncomfortable. And then now I switch to the claw. So I'll toggle back and forth between the claw and right again, back to the high half Nelson with the wrist pin. And then eventually I'll probably look for the back. So now I'm going under the neck. So if you can see, we're gonna go back again. There's these three positions here that I like to use from the wrist control, from the wrist ride and heavy pressure. I'll go for the claw, I was grabbing the shoulder, and this is just able to put a ton of pressure on them. And if they do get the wrist free, opens up head and arm chokes. I'll switch from the claw to the high half Nelson, where I do like a half Nelson, like a rest of half Nelson, and I just put my hand up really high and it just makes them very uncomfortable. You're not really gonna get any finishes, but you just make them uncomfortable. And then when I want to switch to the back, you'll notice I go underneath the neck. So we'll go back. We'll watch that again just from the 3 positions. So again, we'll start here. So wrist ride and watch my right arm. So we'll go from the claw to the high half Nelson to under the neck. And I'll go back and forth between those. And then I'll wait for the perfect moment to take the back. High half Nelson. This one's not making him that uncomfortable. To the claw. And the entire time got to maintain the wrist pin. Back to the half Nelson. And then now I'll start to go under the neck. And when I go under the neck, that's usually when I'm going to do my chair sit and look for the back. So managed to get a good chair sit back to the back. My arm is already super deep right away. And able to get the finish. And yeah, that's why when I stay on top in the wrist pin, I really make sure I have a good position before I sit and go back to the back. So back on his back, he's clearly a guard player, long legs, pretty strong. I'm trying to sit in that position, put some pressure on him, but not be afraid of his guard. He was pretty good at trying to grab that ankle, so just trying to control his wrist so he can't grab. Now he's grabbed my wrist. Oh, decided to back step, and now I try to attack his legs. So I'm not the biggest leg locker, but I'm enjoying the past few years, like really starting to attack more and pick up a few things. I did the leg lock camp here with Mateusz Szyszynski and Camille Wilk, and so I picked up some really good things. So just always trying to diversify my game, change up a little bit. But I was trying to get into double trouble, trying to control the other leg, trying to pull it across. Right now I'm sitting here foot to foot. That was one of the biggest things I learned from those guys, from Szyszynski and Wilk, was foot to foot and keeping your hips facing towards their hips as opposed to always trying to roll away. So yeah, there I'm foot to foot, trying to control. And the other thing I'm trying to try here, I'm really going for the Aoki lock. That was the other biggest thing I learned from those guys. So on the secondary foot, and any foot, anytime you're going for a foot lock, kind of let him pull his heel out a little bit and then look for the Aoki lock. But he was pretty hip to it. Like I said, I think he was a pretty decent leg lock player. So just still want to try a little bit, maybe try to weave. Then I realized he was pretty good, and then you got to know when to bail. So, it's good to attack the legs, but, I am a top player, so I just realized, you know what, I'm just going to put him, back on the bottom and get on top. And again, start to attack the turtle here. I was trying to control his heel here. He's doing a good job of hiding his heel, but if I can lift him up and with my back foot, if I can control his heel like a lace, like a leg lace or an ankle lace, this is pretty good. I think I try the arm bar from here. Grab the wrist, step over, arm bar. I fucked it up, but what's always good about that is I get to my Kimura grip, end up taking the back, and just go back to my favorite position on the back. Here I got the body triangle. He's pretty strong. He actually, when he was attacking my choking hand, I found it a little bit difficult to get my hand free, but I was just trying to switch sides, go back and forth. He pulled the arm over pretty good here, but again, he's just doing a good job switching sides. And even though he went, right now the body triangle is on the good side for him to escape. Instead of just releasing straight away, if I have a good lock, I can get up to my knees a lot of times. Wasn't too worried about it. A little bit awkward on my knees, but I felt pretty comfortable in the situation. Now I switch back to the top again, maintain that position. Yeah, so there I use actually one of my favorite hand fight attacks. We can go back. One of my absolute favorite attacks. Right here, I go grab an S grip around his shoulder, and I pull it behind his ear. Okay, and there's a few little tricky things that go behind here. It's one of my favorite attacks. If you guys want to learn it or see it, I do better breakdowns on my class, and then probably some videos of me doing it online. But it's a really nice trick I like to do here when he's got good hand fighting. This guy had good hand fighting. He was strong. He kept peeling the hand, going side to side. So instead, I grab an S grip, pull it up to his ear. Yep. And right now you can see he's actually grabbing the wrong hand. Okay, if you can notice, he's fighting my non-choking hand, and a lot of times that's where I get the bait. He's grabbing my non-choking hand. I let him pull it down. Can you see? Can you see? He's fighting them up, and I switch. Choking hand goes in, nice and deep. Good finish. So, yeah, happy with that finish. I like doing that one a lot. And yeah, again, he wasn't too threatened. Again, I go for the underhook, put him back to his back, start to look for some arm bars from there, and I heard the 10-second bell clapper, so maybe I was trying to sound a little bit fancy, but anyways, yeah, another good round. And yeah, always try to push myself in different rounds. Like a lot of people come through the gym, a lot of different skill sets, different styles. So it's always good to train with different people, different backgrounds. I think this guy, he had a ground game on rash guard, and so anytime you see ground game, they're either from Poland or someone from Russia, so they're always up for a scrap. And yeah, just try to push. You know, he's got purple belt, good skill level. Guy was tall and strong, and just wanted to go see how I went up against his game. So happy with the round. If you guys like the way I attacked this round, let me know in the comments below. If you guys don't like the techniques I did, maybe you guys comment below, say what I could have done better. And as always, if you guys want to roll, if you guys are here, you guys train my class, don't be shy. Come up and ask me. I always try my best to roll at everybody. So if you guys want to get rounds in, let me know, and we'll see you here at Bangtao, Phuket, Thailand.
Wake up and lace up my sneakers, I'm always dressed to kill.